All right, man. So this was a topic that got on my mind after Sunday's win against the Seahawks. So since Brock Purdy is going to miss multiple weeks, I mean, this can be something that I don't want to deal with actually, but it could be a great problem to deal with, all right? So hypothetically, what am I expecting from Mac Jones? Just for being a realistic Niners fan and realistic football fan. I just think what Mac Jones does in this offense, he is going to excel, but Shanahan is going to maximize his strength. So whatever we have with Brock Purdy in our offense, I think it's going to be limited because Mac Jones is not mobile. He doesn't do the stuff that Brock Purdy does. But what you're going to do is you're going to see Mac Jones play his best ball because coming into the lead, he was the Patriots' first round pick. He was supposed to be their guy. He was supposed to be the post Brady era, because that's how Belichick thought of him, and that was it. He just never had a chance to flourish there. I mean, as a rookie, he was good. He had a Pro Bowl year, but then after that, his career just fell off the cliff from there. Then he went to Jacksonville. Not so much, but now he has a fresh start. He has a chance to resurrect his career and maybe have an opportunity to get a big bag elsewhere. But this is a conversation that it's going to probably be hard to ignore. So, hypothetically, what happens if Mac Jones wins the games that he's starting? Is this going to be a quarterback controversial? Is this going to be a conversation that we have to take seriously? This, to me, reminds me of the Cooper Rush and what you saw last year from the Packers, the Malik Willis situation. I don't think it changes anything from what people are talking about, bro. Yeah, injuries happen, but what difference does it make? Yeah, Mac Jones, if we're winning games with Mac Jones and we're undefeated with Mac Jones, would it be a difficult situation to go back with Brock Purdy that when he's healthy? I don't think it's that difficult, bro. I just think when you get a healthy Brock Purdy, your offense is going to the next level. Mac Jones is going to keep the offense afloat. But it's kind of hard to take away the hot hand, right? I know if Jim Harbaugh was our head coach, he would probably stick with the hot hand regardless. Kyle Shanahan has loyalty on his players. So regardless of how the performance is, he's probably going to still stick with the guy that he had before. So I think that's what's going to happen. But a lot of the fans are going to have this argument. And it wouldn't be a shock. It wouldn't be a surprise that we go into these games like 3-0 with Mac Jones or 5-0 with Mac Jones. It can be something that people can talk about and say, see, you can just plug in any other quarterback in Kyle's offense and you look pretty solid. You look pretty good. Like, what's the difference? Look at Brock Purdy. Look at Jimmy Garoppolo. But then those other fans don't realize that Brandon Allen didn't do crap. They didn't realize that Nick Mullins didn't do squat. CJ Beathard didn't do squat. Brian Hoyer didn't do squat. But they're going to come up with those nonsense conversations. They're going to say, well, you didn't have to pay so much on Brock Purdy. You can get a guy like Mac Jones and he can step in and play well. Like, dude, this is the difference, bro. I can't stand these casual fans, bro. They don't know what they're talking about, bro. Just because Kyle knows how to use certain player strength doesn't mean they're all going to excel, bro. Mac Jones has the ability to be a good quarterback, but he's not our guy, bro. This offseason proved that we wanted an insurance policy. So if Mac Jones plays well, that's not going to change. It's not going to change anything with Brock Purdy because that's our guy. You put $53 million on this guy. Maybe if injuries start to pile up in the next couple of years, then maybe you might have to look for a backup plan down the road, but that's not going to happen right now. This is why Mac Jones is here for, because if this happens, this is why you got him. It's a good problem to have, but it's not worth discussing quarterback controversial. It's not. Because that's like Cooper Rush and the Dak Prescott situation. This is like Malik Willis and in the Jordan Love situation, bro. It's like the Nick Foles and Carson Wentz, even though Carson Wentz was more talented than Nick Foles. But yeah, when it came down to those injuries, yeah, eventually they had to replace him with Jalen Hurts. But it's a good problem to have. I mean, you saw the Donovan McNabb and Michael Vick. I mean, that's a good problem to have, right? But what I'm trying to say is, bro, it's not going to change anything. So expectation-wise, bro, like hypothetically, if Brock misses multiple weeks, like 3 games, we can win 3 games. Worst case scenario is if we win 1 out of those 3 games, that's not in good shape, to be honest with you. That would be like a 2-2 start. That wouldn't be a good way to go. Best case scenario is we can go 3-0 with Mac Jones and still remain undefeated. That would be the best case scenario. But realistically, we could probably just go 3-1. 3-1 overall. But I think when you look at Mac Jones, we're going to run the ball more. It's just like how we game plan with Jimmy G, bro. Same thing. We're going to probably make it easy for him to throw the ball and be able to make the plays. We're going to take away the pressure because we know what Mac Jones can be. We know what Brock Purdy can do. Mac Jones, you might have to take down a little bit of the offense a little bit because he's not a scrambler. He's just a stationary quarterback. You give him the pieces and he'll do okay. He's not gonna be like what Brock is, that's for sure. He's gonna throw the ball and he's gonna do a good job. But that's all you're gonna expect from this guy. So if he does go undefeated, it's not gonna change anything with the quarterback situation because what Brock did against the Seattle defense, bro, with the most pressure, I don't think no other quarterback would have done that. But it is what it is. I just think you're going to hear a lot of quarterback controversial topics, and I think it's going to be irrelevant, bro, because, dude, the Niners know what they got with Brock. They needed a quality backup to step in, and that's why Mac Jones is here. Mac Jones knows that he can turn around his career and learn a lot from Kyle and get a job elsewhere as a starting quarterback like Sam Darnold had. He wants to be in the same path as Sam Darnold because Darnold had not so well of a good career until he went to the Vikings. But he was learning from Shanahan for that 1 year, and it benefited him. So he's hoping to get the same trajectory. So this is an opportunity for him to get a big contract elsewhere, you know? So that's all I got to say, man. So whether you agree with me or not, bro, I'm more than happy with Mac Jones winning ball games by any means, bro. I mean, that's not going to change the quarterback controversial and all that stuff, but I just think he's going to hold up pretty solid. So the running game has to be on point, and we're going to be able to give him some checkdowns, do some certain plays. It's going to fit up to his forte. He might throw in some deep balls here and there, but you're going to be able to see a much better Mac Jones. But it's not going to be a conversation of him taking the job. I just hate to break it to you, casual fans. It's not going to happen. But I rest my case.